It began on a night when the fog rolled in thick and silent, swallowing the edges of the town. The kind of fog that made shadows crawl along the walls like they were alive. Emma had moved to the old Willoughby Estate weeks ago, drawn by the cheap rent and the promise of solitude. But solitude has a way of revealing truths you wish had stayed buried. The first time she noticed something was wrong was the whispers. At first, she thought it was the wind through the cracked windows. But the whispers were deliberate, soft, breathy voices calling her name, repeating it over and over in a rhythm that made her skin crawl. She tried to dismiss it, locking the doors at night, sleeping with lights on, but the whispers only grew stronger, angrier, more insistent. Then the shadows started moving, not with the flicker of candlelight or the sway of her curtains, but independently sliding across the walls, pooling in corners, stretching toward her while she slept. She would wake in the morning with the curtains drawn tight, the furniture rearranged, and the feeling of cold fingers brushing her face in the dark. One night, Emma found a journal hidden beneath the floorboards of the attic. The pages were brittle, covered in a black, sticky substance that smelled of iron and decay. The writing was frantic, words scrawled over each other, like the author had been losing their mind. It spoke of the watchers in the walls and the hunger beneath the house. She shivered as she read the final entry. It is not the house that is alive. It's the cellar. Don't open the door. Never open the door. Curiosity gnawed at her, stronger than fear. She found the cellar door, hidden behind rotting shelving in the kitchen. The wood was warped, nails rusted, but something behind it scratched, as if desperate to get out. Emma hesitated, heart pounding, and then, with a trembling hand, she turned the knob. The stairs were slick with something wet and dark. A fetid smell rose to meet her, thick with the stench of rot and something fouler, something alive. The cellar was massive, far deeper than the house's foundation should have allowed. Walls lined with chains and symbols carved deep into the stone. In the center of the room lay a pit, black and yawning, as if it led straight into the earth's hollow heart. From it came a sound that was more than a sound, annoying, hissing, whispering, something calling to her in a voice that was not human. Emma stumbled backward, but the floor beneath her shifted, and she realized she was not alone. Faces, dozens of them, pressed against the walls, their mouths open in silent screams, eyes black voids. Hands reached out from cracks in the stone, fingers long and twisted, clutching at her ankles. She ran, but the house seemed to stretch endlessly, hallways twisting back on themselves, doors leading to rooms that should not exist. In the final room, she saw it, a figure tall and skeletal, draped in shadows so deep they seemed to swallow the light. Its head tilted, and a voice, dry as ash, rasped her name. Emma screamed, but the sound was stolen, absorbed into the darkness. It moved closer, and she felt her body begin to unravel, her skin cold, her bones aching, her mind unraveling under the weight of 1,000 unseen eyes. And then she was alone, or at least she thought she was, back in her bedroom. The morning sun barely pierced the fog outside. But when she looked in the mirror, she did not see herself. Only the black void of the figure's eyes staring back, whispering her name. And from the walls, from the shadows in every corner, the voices began again, calling, waiting, hungering for what was left of her. Emma never left the Willoughby Estate. Some say she vanished into the cellar, pulled into a world beneath the world, feeding whatever dwelled there. Others say she still roams the halls at night, a hollow echo, warning anyone who dares enter. The house is alive, and it remembers. And beneath it all, the pit waits,